Thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA. And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
To be the best, you gotta beat the best, you always say. Tonight you're playing one of the league's best in their own backyard. What's it gonna take to come away with a win?
Yeah, we got to play well early and stop the crowd from becoming a factor. If they go on a run, we got to hang in there and keep our poise. If we can take their best punch right on the chin and stay upright, I think we'll be okay tonight.
Well, best of luck, MP. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Over to you, B.A.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Harrison Duran together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And for the Rockets, inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. We'll go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Smith. Finney-Smith comes in for Durant. Eason's checked in for Amen Thompson. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepherd. And despite some of the challenging buildings to play in on the road in the NBA, MP and his team have made it a point to win tough games away from home. Easier said than done in this league.
And sometimes these kind of declarations can come back to bite you. But in this case, I like what MP is doing. He's setting this objective to challenge himself and his teammates because he believes they're good enough to take care of business on the road. And the three ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Van Vliet outside. 4 seconds left. And he lays it in.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Pistons on top, up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And history was made recently. Let's go courtside to revisit MP's incredible performance.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in a game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
No doubt, sure was. Thanks for that. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. Then it's MP. Then it's Javonte Green. And it's Jenkins in at the point.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding, win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up this.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one. And a bit of an unusual path for MP to make his way into the NBA. He refined his game playing overseas in Europe before landing on a roster here in the States.
And heading overseas to work on your game is something I don't think enough young prospects take advantage of. There are some great success stories in the NBA of players who did that, and hopefully MP can add his name to that list.
And that one's good by Durant.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Capella. Thompson against MP. Easy money for KD inside.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Pass to Thompson. There's the three. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fellas, what are the games you're most looking forward to?
I always want to see the best players in the league scrapping the claw like when it was me again.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Houston Rockets. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Substitute checked in for Detroit. Here's MP. He's got 9. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Shepherd in at point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Durant looking around. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, the rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to MP. Here's Thompson. MP outside. And here's Harris. Covered by Smith. Now here's MP. 4-3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
Ooh, the defense just making it easy for Durant.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
And it's Robinson penetrating. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Houston making some changes. Adams checked in for Smith, and Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Shepherd. And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, that opens up offenses for the weak side crash, Clark.
Yep, if I was still playing BA, I would make way on that offensive glass board, wreaking havoc on the boards. Extra opportunities are plenty the way the game is played now.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Tips it up, controls the rebound and the putback.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
MP outside. Lets the three fly. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, the Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Guys, back over to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Van Vliet missing again.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the second of a two-game stretch at home. And Van Vliet again missing.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. And he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get it.
And so it's Detroit, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They've got Paul Reed, Green out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's MP, and it's Jenkins in at the 1. Pass to Reed. Now Stewart. Launches a 3. Finney Smith pulls it in. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Rebounded by Green.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
To the paint. Stewart, the pass to Reed. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Reed, no good. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. Now Easton. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
MP outside. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
He got a piece of it. And founded back in 2020, the National Basketball Social Justice Coalition still pushing for voting rights and eliminating bias in the justice system. A lot yet to be done, Grant.
Yes, indeed, B.A. And give them a follow. I mean, it's so much important work. And it takes all of us to really create the change we all hope to see.
Pass to Green. Back to MP. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Count it. Reed's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
You know, Fred Van Vliet is one of the most decorated, undrafted players in NBA history, Clark.
Yeah, he really has set himself apart in that regard. One of just 5 undrafted players to ever be named an All-Star. And he's a champion to boot. He was the first undrafted player to receive a max contract. Fred Van Vliet bet on himself and won big.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Durant comes in for Finney Smith. And it's Thompson in for Eason.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in.
A three-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Shepard missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Up top, Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. MP, the pass to Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Durant for three. The shot comes out. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Now let's send it over to Jim.
Pre-game, you said you guys just got to hang in there. You did.
I love playing at home. Don't.
Ryan, back to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer.
Hey, what's up for dinner tonight?
I might take home one of the chicken strips from here. I don't know. I was thinking.
But won't those get soggy?
Well, it is a special night for this young man, the home debut of MP. You know he's ready to show this fan base what he can do. Ends up going with the new group. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game here.
At the line for one.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Stewart. Now, MP. Shot clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Jenkins can't get it to go. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Javonte Green is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's MP. And it's Jenkins in at the 1 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second one. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. Can't complain.
Timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the middle, here's White, and White slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that, playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. MP is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Cunningham passes to Howard. A 3 from MP. Another 3 for Detroit.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Celtics trail by 6. Richard with the ball. We saw him with 10 points last game. Here's Brown. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D that time from Robinson. It's up a 3. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Robinson. MP's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And stolen by MP. And here they go. And Thompson gets it to go. 8 points now in the game from Asar Thompson.
And coaches love to see this kind of ball movement, especially when it's triggered by young players like MP.
White against MP. White wide open. He fires. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. A 3 from MP. MP showing the range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Brown, no good.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
MP outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Pistons lead by 12. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You look at the Celtics, it's a long season, but you don't want to dig yourself in a hole this early.
In a few months, they won't even remember the bad start, unless they keep losing. Then they will.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Detroit Pistons. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are... He's checked in for the Pistons. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. On the court for the Celtics. The guard pair. It's White and Brown. Jason Tatum is out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Back to MP. From the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, that's a key three for MP. If he hits these at a high rate, he'll have a spot in this league for a long time. That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Cunningham outside and stolen by Tatum. Brown dishes to Tatum. A shot off that time. Cunningham with some nice D. Here's Thompson. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. He's got 10.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons leading by 10. Thompson, high post. The three from MP. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 6 here in this quarter.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Thompson outside. And a wide open look for Cunningham. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Tatum draws the double. It's White on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. Fires from the line. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The three from MP. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now Tatum. Inside. Tatum finds the deuce.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so is Detroit, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart out there with Harris. Then it's MP, and it's Jenkins in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop. That's the way I looked at it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shots good by Jenkins.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Holland, he's checked in for Jenkins. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Garza, guarded by Harris. Pass to Brown. Pritchard with a wide open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. Here's MP from deep. Another 3 for Detroit.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here, defending the triple.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. First to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So for the Pistons, Duran comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And it's Asar Thompson in for Tobias Harris. Here's Tatum. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Can't connect from short range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Holland. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's White. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Detroit leading by 19. MP passes to Duran. Back to MP. Lets it go with a 3. They grab their own miss. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range. MP's got 11 points in the quarter.
Great job by MP there, staying ready, making himself a threat off the ball.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Hauser the pass to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's White. Oh, good on the 3. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. MP, and that one is good. And it's 37 points for MP.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Detroit.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together.
Good, another from 3.
Hey, guys, this is
A historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Pass to Tatum. From past the arc. Kept alive by Boston. Launches a three. No good on the shot. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Back to Duran. Cunningham outside. A three from MP. And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here.
Memorable evening as MP passes 40 points and leading his team to victory. Before you were a star, MP, you were a fan. Is this kind of effort as special for you to experience as it was to watch when you were growing up?
Oh, 100%. It's not that I'm surprised or anything, but it always feels good to drop 30 or more. It doesn't mean much if you lose, though, but if you win, now that's the best feeling in the world. And that feeling never gets old.
Great. Thanks a lot, MP.
Yep.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA.
I have to say, I didn't expect this to happen so soon. Well, you did it. You're in the starting lineup, man.
I'd be lying if I said I...
We'll tell coach to go for 15 minutes and scrimmage with those instruction areas.
Thanks very much. It needs to change this week.
Themselves, and I'm not cooking tonight. I know. How does that work? Look, sometimes there's carrots and hummus. You just have to get really. But that's actually maybe more of a communal thing. Like everybody brings something to the table. No. Or it's like you're on your own. On your own. Yeah, kind of, or within reason. Or I will just go through the fridge and be like, okay, it's good to know when I come over.
I've never been to Maine. Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting at the shooting guard. 6 foot, no inches. Number 17, MP.
Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Mobley and Allen control the paint for him. Mitchell and Strus are out on the wings. And it's Harden in at the point. Now here's Harris. Pass to Cunningham. And here's MP from outside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
We have a bit of a lineup change tonight. MP is stepping into the starting five in a move that many fans have been hoping for. Coach told me, quote, MP's earned it. He put in the time and he's done things the right way. He's looked like a starter for a while now. It's quite the journey for the rising star from Vermont.
You know, it seems his moment has arrived. Thanks. And Cleveland has possession. following the three-pointer by Detroit. Harden against Cunningham. Harden with a bucket.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
From deep, Mobley hits a three-pointer.
And when he's effective from three-point range, look out. Mobley knows how much that does for his game.
Harris outside. And here's MP from outside. And the Pistons, another three.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The three from Mitchell. Rebounded by the Pistons. MP outside. Pass to Cunningham. Back to MP. Duren with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Duren. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Duren's gotten his second bucket of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Nice move. Duren with a rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Back to MP. To the inside. And the dunk by Duren.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Mitchell. And the shot goes down.
And standing just 6'1", amazing how effective Mitchell is attacking the paint.
Cunningham finds MP. The three. He drops it from range. MP's got 12 points in the game.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
The Pistons making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavs. Tyson comes in for Strus. Pass to Tyson. From outside the arc. Wade misses. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Harris. Kicks it out to MP. Back to Harris. Fires the three. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got his fourth assist with that last one. And here's Harden. Mobley, a screen on Cunningham. Three-pointer, Harden. Cleveland again missing.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Takes a three. Another three for Detroit.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game plan.
Pass to Wade. Cleveland working the ball around now. Cleveland again missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Tyson to the middle. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Duren. And the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there. MP getting it done for the Pistons. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. Back. Pistons. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. MP comes in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And Cleveland with a change here too. Strus is checked in. Cunningham is out there with MP. Then there's Holland. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the three. Small forward. That's the five on the floor for the Pistons. When you're a 6'8 pivot like Isaiah Stewart, you'd better have the strength to battle longer players.
Yeah, B.A., his game is all about power. Once he establishes position, it's hard to root him out of there.
And, man, he sets some teeth-rattling picks.
Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Wade to end the run. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
From deep, Strus. He's off on that one. Detroit has gone a perfect 7 for 7 from deep in this one. Thompson's shot is off. Stolen. Inside. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for Cleveland. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
MP shot is good.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Merrill outside. And another miss by Cleveland.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the three ball.
Cunningham outside. On the wing, MP. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice speed that time from Cunningham. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
Great initiative from MP. You knew he was coming for revenge.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Pistons are growing. Coach JB Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved, the team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you, Brian.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Schroeder passes to Strus. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. And Detroit making a change here. Harris is checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Tyson, he's checked in for Wade. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Merrill. And it's Harden in for Schroeder. Cunningham against Harden. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Mitchell. The rebound by Stewart. And here's Detroit. They're on a 20-5 run. And the basket by MP.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Harden scanning the floor. 12 seconds left in the second. The 3 from Mitchell. Gets the 3 ball to go. Mitchell's got 5 now.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pistons ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome back.
Losing Brunson, they're missing a great distributor, a leader on this team. His value goes beyond what you see in the box score.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul. I mean, at least part of it. Big blow.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Pistons.
This has been a weight room game. They're just stronger on the glass, and they're playing with a mean streak, guys.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. Mitchell and Strus are out on the wings. And it's Harden in at the point. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it's...
Wow!
Oh, the hammer. Mobley, a powerful dude out there.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Mitchell against MP. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Harden. Mobley, right side. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
He's more than deserving of this accolade given the way he's been playing. He injects so much energy into their offense, whether he's finishing the play himself or lending a helping hand.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. MP's got 27.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Up top, Harden. He's watched by Cunningham. Allen on the wing. 6 to shoot from deep. Strus. And it's Harris with the rebound. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to MP. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. MP's got 7 now in this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Harden from outside. Allen, great positioning on the putback.
Tremendous effort from Allen, one of the top offensive rebounders in the game.
Here's MP. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Mitchell. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled jumping into people.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fires from deep. Detroit with a rebound. Stewart's got 4 rebounds in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Tyson. On the wing, Mitchell. Robinson defending. Mitchell misses.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Jenkins. Good. And the assist goes to MP.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Cleveland has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. From deep, Mitchell. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts. And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
Strus, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Cleveland also making some changes. Wade, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Merrill comes in for Strus. And it's Schroeder in for Harden. Wade, the pass to Schroeder. 27 seconds left in the third. And he comes up with a bucket.
Well, there's that wiry strength. Schroeder converting off contact.
Pass to Holland. Back to MP. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
Schroeder with it. 5 points in the game. Goes up at the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And so it's Detroit, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow.
Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
MP's checked in for the Pistons. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Cleveland. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's MP. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Stewart finds MP. Fires the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
The shot's good. And it's 7 points for Evan Mobley.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
MP scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Reed. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, Mitchell putting on a clinic of his skills in this one. Take notes, kids.
Here's MP. Rejected by Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. Pistons able to retain possession here. And some changes here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Stewart. And Green is subbed in for Robinson. MP no good. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Strus. Nails it from beyond the arc. Strus has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
Good on the bucket.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pistons.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Pass to Jenkins. Mitchell against MP. To the inside. Reed. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Mobley with it, and it's Reed picking him up. Harden, the pass to Mobley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Back to MP. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. And it's good. He hits another one.
Oh, my goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations on the win, MP. You led by example tonight, finishing with a double-double. Talk about it.
If you watch any level of ball, from Pee Wee to the Olympics to the NBA Finals, you'll see the same things. The best players doing everything. That's the way this game is supposed to be played. Every player is capable of doing everything, and that's me and my squad.
Well, congrats to you, MP.
Always. Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long.
Hey, there he is. My favorite client and the team's newest starter. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Austin. It's all pretty exciting now, isn't it?
Hey, listen, this is just the first step towards you becoming the face of the franchise.
Oh, well, I like how that sounds.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite franchise? And the Pistons
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night. This season just getting going still. How quickly, Greg, can teams gel together and become one?
It really depends on the makeup of your team. How many new guys are on the roster? The style of play. Do the new additions have any previous chemistry with some of your players?
Now the starting group for Orlando. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. And it's Carter in at the point.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Now, here's Banchero. Wagner wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Harris. MP kicks to Cunningham. Takes a three. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
Here's Banchero. Drops in the layup for two.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Trains the three-pointer.
Really rare to see a young fella let it fly like that from range, but MP has got the confidence already.
And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Sinks the triple. MP's got 9.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. I mean, they simply can't miss right now.
Carter, the pass to Banchero. Kept alive Orlando. Bain unable to get that one.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Harris a screen. MP kicks to Harris. 6 to shoot. A 3 from MP. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Wagner with a screen for Carter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. Coach and I talked about the ways that Paolo Banchero is used on offense and how his defense will respond. He said with Paolo, he can deploy in any area of the floor and be effective. Personally, I think he's the most dangerous at the elbows, but he can go to work anywhere. You have to know where he is at all times. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And slam dunk by Harris.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Stewart checked in for Javonte Green. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Carter with a screen on MP. Carter outside. Shot to stop the run. Bangs home the trifecta.
Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch and shoot chances.
Back to MP. Launches it. Here's Durant. Oh, and that jam is wide over Batazzi.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
A 3 from MP. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Back to Bain. And it's off from three-point range. MP with the bounce pass. And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, and that's how you run the floor. Cunningham attacking the defense with confidence.
The Magic trail by 17. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Drills the three-pointer.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
In the corner, it's Harris. The three from MP. And again, Detroit with the three.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Bain. Wagner from long range. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so is Detroit. And glad to have you with us. Here for Detroit, Javonte Green. He's checked in for Paul Reed. MP comes in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to De Silva. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You're not going to get a better look from mid-range. He's definitely disappointed with himself there.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Goga Batadze. Banchero is out there with Carter. And it's De Silva in at the two-guard spot. The Magic trail by 18. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started. Always a threat to score. Banchero, that time with a sweet find.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you. Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Kevin, back to you.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 26 points.
MP's been the catalyst for them tonight. Solid leadership from this young man.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And here's Banchero, following the three-pointer by MP. The three. And it's Banchero missing. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against Cleveland. Here's Cunningham. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his third assist on the night. Now, here's Banchero. He has 7. Outside Carter. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons leading by 20. Pistons passing it around. Cunningham kicks to MP. Pass to Holland. Kicks it out to MP. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And defense has to guard Cade in the corner. He will take and make that shot.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something. Anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Duran comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Harris subbed in for Holland. Pass to Bain. They need this. No good that time. Detroit's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. MP, that's for 2, and there's another one for the Pistons.
MP doing a nice job with the quick catch and shoot, not wanting to waste those touches.
Carter outside. Payne against MP for 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Payne, no good.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
MP outside. It could go. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Detroit running away with it. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
And as
well, first off, they're getting worked on the glass. Maybe I need to go down there and show them how to establish position.
Uh-oh, Doctor. Okay, now let's see what's going on. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. MP out there with Cunningham. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for JB Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. There's much more movement on every possession. Modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Duran finds Green. Cunningham for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Cunningham's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pistons. In the corner, it's Payne. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Payne's got 5 points now this quarter. Jacks up a 3. And again, Detroit with the 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Right wing. Here's Banchero.
Boy, outstanding hustle from Harris on the defensive end. They're doing a good job to alter shots with that activity.
And Clark the Magic with 2 good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have 2 of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with 2 gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
And here's Carter following the 3-pointer by MP. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Now here is Carter, still without a basket. Wagner outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Wagner with the right back at your answer on the 3. Pretty impressive right there.
The Pistons working the ball around now. MP finds Cunningham. Back to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Cunningham on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Cunningham's got 9 points now in just the second half. Carter outside. Pass to Bain. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's Cunningham. 19 points in the game. MP against Bain. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Banchero with the ball. Guarded by Harris. And a wide open look for Bain. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. It's good.
Boy, so smooth and fluid with the rock in his hands. It's clear Harris enjoys making these kinds of moves, and I like watching them too.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. So for the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Jalen Duren. Holland comes in for Harris. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Javonte Green. And the Magic making a change here as well. De Silva's checked in. Well, when you watch Franz Wagner, Clark, what impresses you about the young forward?
Substitution on the floor.
Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. On the court for Orlando. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. And it's Carter in at the point. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bain. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his 5th assist in this one.
Striking fast inside. Bain isn't going to miss a chance at a look like that.
Good. Another from 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Wagner finds Bain, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Robinson. The 3 from MP. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that.
Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Outside, Bain. It's rebounded by Jenkins. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. Here's Bain. Offline from the high post.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And MP gets it to go on the assist from Robinson. MP's got 55. And it's Orlando's ball. Outside, Bain. over MP. Again, the miss by Bain. Bain with the steal. And the foul called on MP. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th personal foul. Team second. Coming onto the floor for your Pistons.
Here is Carter.
Ron Holland.
Here's Banchero. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the...
Great win for you guys tonight, MP. And you broke the half-century mark. Does scoring 50 feel different than scoring 30 to 40?
50 feels 2/3 better than 30 and 1/4 better than 40.
Did that in your head fast.
Maybe I'm a mathematician. You should know I'm not just a pretty face, Dominic Hamill. I got brains too.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Young Wayne in the building.
What's good, MP? Now, there's also the Hardwood Hall Classic. That's a weekly tournament